Hello children, welcome to Ryan Teaching Classes. We are doing State Board 9th Standard, lecture number 4 on parallel lines. Now look at children, don't read what I've written on the whiteboard. Just try to understand what I want to tell you. Suppose there are two lines, okay? There are two lines given here. Now my question is very simple. What can you say about these two lines? These two lines are cut by a transversal, but what can you say about this line L and M? I call this as line L and M. Okay, what can you say about this line L and M? Now many students must answer, अरे ये दो तो पैरेलल है. नहीं children, ये बोलना मुश्किल है. ये लाइंस पैरेलल है क्या है? ये लाइंस कोप्लेनर लाइंस जरूर है. लाइंस क्या है? कोप्लेनर लाइंस पक्का है, लेकिन parallel nahi hai beta. We should not believe our eyes in geometry. Basic principle of geometry hai, don't believe your eyes in geometry. Okay? That don't believe your eyes, what you see in the figure is true. Unless stated, अगर किधर बोला गया रहेगा लाइन एल पैरेलल लाइन एम है, तो आपको लाइन एल पैरेलल लाइन एम लेना है. लेकिन किधर दिया ही नहीं है लाइन एल और एम पैरेलल है, और पूछेंगे what can you say about this line? These lines are coplanar lines. They may be parallel, they may not be parallel. We don't know, we cannot say. Got it? So now the question is, when two lines are there like this, when two lines are given like this, and suppose they are coplanar lines, they are not telling us whether they are parallel. That means they become coplanar lines. Got it? अभी coplanar lines को parallel कैसा बताएंगे? How will I come to know whether these lines are parallel? So naturally, we're going to do a test. Now, test, you understand, like you do a blood test for finding out, diagnosing what type of sickness or what type of infection you got. Just like that, suppose these two lines are there, I would like to perform a test. Got it? Whether these two lines are parallel. So one of the most important tests, the fundamental test is, like children, like when two coplanar lines are cut by transversal, you can see these interior angles are formed. These interior angles are A and B. Got it? And if you add the measure of these two angles, A plus B, and you get it 180 degrees, then I can say these lines are parallel. If the interior angles are supplementary, then I can say the lines are parallel. I can say line L is parallel to line M. I can say line L is parallel to line M. If angle A plus angle B equal 90, then I can say, I didn't know in the beginning, but now I can say for sure line L parallel line M by interior angle test. This is the most fundamental theorem. Remember children, we are not going to write a proof for it. That's why I call it as a fundamental test. We are not going to learn a proof for it. If you see two coplanar lines and cut by transversal, and you happen to see the interior angles are supplementary, at once you can say the lines are parallel. आप दो कोप्लेनर लाइन दिखता है आपको कट बाय ट्रांसवर्सल टी, और आपका इंटीरियर एंगल्स को ऐड करके 180 डिग्री आएगा, तो आप बोल सकते हैं लाइंस आर पैरेलल. अगर 180 डिग्री नहीं आएगा, the lines are not parallel. Are you getting me? Like, let's see an example here, children. I'll just tell you, I'll make it up, okay, here, by some examples. This is line L, this is line M. This angle, what is marked is 120 degree, and this angle, what is marked there is 60 degree. And my question is, are these two lines parallel? देखो ये दोनों lines parallel है क्या? So in interior, sum of the interior angles कितना होता है? देखो 120 plus 60 कितना हो रहा है? 180. Therefore, interior angles are supplementary. तो मैं बोल सकता हूँ line L parallel line M by interior angle test. तो याद रखो अब B से अगर इंटीरियर एंगल सप्लीमेंट्री हो गया, you can say the lines are parallel. You can say the lines are parallel. Okay, children. Now we go to another test. This is very important. Got it? The next test is again very equally important. Now, this is alternate angle test. What it says is, if two coplanar lines are cut by a transversal, got it? And the alternate angles, what you see, these are coplanar lines, children. And the alternate angles ODC, these alternate angles are congruent. These alternate angles are congruent. Look at this angle A and angle B, they are congruent. Angle A and angle B are congruent. Then you can always say these lines are parallel. You can always say these lines are parallel. If you see the alternate angles are congruent, you can say the lines are parallel. You can see the statement, children. You can read the statement if the alternate angles formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent, I can always say then the lines are parallel. If the alternate angles formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent, then I can always say the lines are parallel. Now, in your school exam, they can always ask you, children, they can always ask you, okay, prove that. Okay, prove that if the alternate angle formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. You can clearly see, children. I am required to do four things, am I right? I have to draw the picture, I have to write given, I have to write through that, and then the proof. So I told you, children, always the antecedent helps me to draw the picture and also write given. What is an antecedent? Antecedent is the statement which follows this. The alternate angles formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent. Alternate angles formed on a transversal of two lines. So दो lines draw करता हूँ, ट्रांसवर्सल ड्रॉ करता हूँ उनका, ये दो लाइंस को नेम करता हूँ L और M, और ये दोनों का ट्रांसवर्सल T है. ओके, the alternate angles formed on a transversal of two lines. ये दोनों का alternate angles बना है A और B. अगर ये A और B congruent है, then I can say the two lines are parallel. So I have drawn this figure according to this antecedent. Okay, so I'm going to write given. Now, what is given, children? Given is the same. What have you drawn? You have drawn a transversal of two lines. So line T is the transversal of lines L and M, and angle A common angle B. Got it? And what you have to prove that, children? You want to prove that these two lines are parallel. Line L parallel line M. Line L parallel line M. Now, how to show these lines are parallel? So you know, children, if the inter-angles, you learn one fundamental theorem. If the inter-angles are supplementary, I can always say the lines are parallel. If the inter-angles are supplementary, I can always say the lines are parallel. That means, ये जो है, please have a look here. या इसमें कोई भी A का भी इंटीरियर पैर नहीं मालूम, B का भी इंटीरियर पैर मालूम नहीं, तो दोनों में एक का इंटीरियर पैर आप इंट्रोड्यूस कीजिए. जैसा मैं B का इंटीरियर पैर इंट्रोड्यूस करता हूँ. कैन यू सी दिस रेड वन? Okay, I introduce this one, the red color angle. Can you see I marked here? This is your X. Okay, let X represent the angle forming an interior pair with B. Now, why did I introduce this? I think we have learned here. You can see to the left. If the interangles are supplementary, I can say the lines are parallel. If the interangles are supplementary, I can say the lines are parallel. मतलब X और B को ऐड करके 180 मिल गया, I can say line L parallel line M. लेकिन ना X का वैल्यू क्या है ना B का वैल्यू क्या है? So how can I get X plus B equal 180? अगर X plus B equal 180 हो गया, I can say line L parallel line M. If X plus B equal 180 हो गया, I can say line L parallel line M. So how to show this? X plus B equal 180. तो सोचने की बात है बेटा, very simple, very easy proof. ये जो X है, B का साथ ऐड करके 180 मांगता है. ये पिक्चर में, ये फिगर में X को और कोई एंगल के साथ ऐड करके 180 मिलता है क्या? Yes. वो कोई जरूरत ही नहीं बताने का. You can see angles in a straight line X and A. The angles in a straight line we call them as linear pair. Sum of the angles in a linear pair is always 180 degrees. So naturally, this angle X plus angle A equal 180 degree. I call this as statement number 1. I say angles in a linear pair. Angles in a linear pair. लेकिन I wanted A congruent B. Sorry, I want X plus B equal 180. I got X plus A equal 180. I want X plus B equal 180. It doesn't matter what is given. You can see here, this angle A is equal to angle B is given to you, children. Statement number 2 given. Angle A equal angle B. So now what I can do is, in place of this angle A, In place of this angle A, can I substitute? एंगल ए किसका इक्वल है बेटा? एंगल बी का इक्वल है. ओके, तो ए का जगह मैं बी डाल दूं? हाँ, डाल तो सकते हैं. देखो, एंगल ए प्लस एंगल बी, ए का जगह मैं बी डालेगा तो भी 180 आएगा. गॉट इट? तो फ्रॉम 1 and 2, लेकिन द मोमेंट यू गेट दिस, जस्ट हैव अ लुक एट इट चिल्ड्रन. फ्रॉम 1 and 2, जस्ट हैव अ लुक. x प्लस बी 180 हो गया. अरे, ये तो इंटीरियर एंगल सप्लीमेंट्री हो गया. therefore interior angles are supplementary. Interior angles are supplementary. So, ये fundamental theorem सीखा आपने. If the interior angles are supplementary, I can say the lines are parallel. Therefore, line L parallel line M by interior angle test, by interior angle test, by interior angle test. I hope everybody has understood it. Okay. So I think you can see here, even when the alternate angles are congruent, somehow I showed the lines are going to be parallel. So now onwards, I can use this as a test. If the alternate angles are congruent, you can always say the lines are parallel. Are you getting me, children? Then one more theorem you can see here. This is called corresponding angles theorem. It's called corresponding angles theorem. Here is a test, children. Corresponding angle test. Now, what is corresponding angle test telling you? Children, if a corresponding angle formed on the transversal of two lines are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. मतलब अगर आपको corresponding angle दिख रहा है transversal के ऊपर और दोनों angles common है, तो आप lines को parallel बोल सकते हैं. If the corresponding angles formed on the transversal of two lines are congruent, then the lines are parallel. This is the third test. So there are three tests for parallel lines. The first test was corresponding interior angle test. If the interior angles formed on the transversal of two lines are supplementary, I can say the lines are parallel. Likewise, you have corresponding angle test. If you have alternate angle test, the alternate angles formed on the transversal of two lines are congruent, I can say the lines are parallel. In the same way, you have corresponding angle test. If the corresponding angles formed on the transversal of two lines are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. अभी एग्जाम में आ सकता है. Prove that if the corresponding angles formed on the transversal of two lines are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. So again, children, आपको फिगर ड्रॉ करना है, आपको given लिखना है, आपको prove that लिखना है, prove लिखना है. So all you know, children, first thing, how do you come to know? I said always with if. Whatever follows if is your antecedent. So what is the antecedent? You can see here the corresponding angles formed on a transversal of two lines, formed on a transversal of two lines are formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent, are congruent. When you see like this, the corresponding angles formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent. Then what is that? Then the two lines are parallel. So if के बाद जो underline किया, that is your given information. What is that antecedent? The corresponding angles formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent. Corresponding angles formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent. Corresponding angles formed on a transversal of two lines are congruent. So I'm going to draw a picture for it. You can see here, this is one line, this is the other line. I'm drawing it a little smaller, and this is the transversal. Correct? And if the corresponding angles formed on the transversal of two lines are congruent, मतलब ये दो lines है, P is a L and M, P is a transversal, P is a transversal, and this corresponding angles formed. This angle A is congruent to angle B. This angle A is congruent to angle B. If you see this, I can see the lines are parallel. Correct? तो given में क्या आएगा बेटा? given में क्या आएगा? ट्रांसवर्सल और दो लाइंस है और उनका corresponding angles congruent है. So what I'm going to write, line P is the transversal of lines L and M. बाद में एंगल ए कॉन्ग्रेंट एंगल बी, और आपको प्रूव करना है दिस लाइंस आर पैरेलल. लाइन एल पैरेलल लाइन एम. यू वांट टू प्रूव दिस टू लाइंस आर पैरेलल. Now, again, children, the corresponding angle test, the interior angle test, the fundamental test, interior angle test. If the interior angles are supplementary, then I can say the lines are parallel. तो अगेन ये दोनों लाइंस के इंटीरियर एंगल्स मांगते हैं बी का इंटीरियर पैर हो सकता है ए का तो नहीं हो सकता है लेकिन बी का इंटीरियर पैर हो सकता है so which is the interior pair of angle B you can see this I'll mark it in red and I'll introduce this angle as X got it so even in my proof I'm going to say let see proof में भी मैं लिखूंगा पहला लाइन यही लिखूंगा let okay X represent let X represent the angle forming interior pair with B. The same thing should have been written here also, in this sum also, in this proof also. Let X represent the angle forming interior pair with angle B. Are you getting me? Let X represent the angle forming interior pair with angle B. Okay, same. Let X represent the angle forming an interior pair with B. Now somehow if I can show X plus B 180, then I can say lines are parallel line number inter-angle test. मैं कैसा दिखाऊं X का वैल्यू नहीं मालूम B का वैल्यू नहीं मालूम लेकिन आप देख सकते हो this X plus angle A is equal to 180 degrees. I call it as 1 and reason angles in a linear pair. Angles in a linear pair. Now this X plus A equals 180 angles in a linear pair. But this angle A is equal to angle B. State number 2 given. Angle A is equal to angle B, state number 2 given. So what will happen to me? Therefore, X plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Reason from 1 and 2. Now X plus B is 180, therefore interior angles are supplementary. Therefore, interior angles are supplementary. Therefore, I can say line L parallel line M by interior angle test by interior angle test by interior angle test. But it's same identical proof for both. तो याद रखो बेटा 3 टेस्ट है आपके पास एक आके इंटीरियर एंगल टेस्ट है दो फंडामेंटल टेस्ट है जो आपको उसका बाकी दोनों टेस्ट प्रूव करने में काम में आया दैट्स व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड फंडामेंटल टेस्ट so what is the interior angle test the interior angles are separate short में the interior angles are supplementary against the lines are parallel likewise children corresponding angle test क्या बोलते बेटा the corresponding angles are equal against the lines are parallel वैसे ही बेटा corresponding angle test है corresponding angle test क्या बोल रहा है the corresponding angles are equal the lines are parallel अब ये तीनों टेस्ट में कौन सा टेस्ट यूज करना ये तो क्वेश्चन के ऊपर डिपेंड होता है बेटा आपको समझ जाएगा कभी कभी क्वेश्चन में आपको क्लियरली दिखेगा इंटीरियर एंगल्स इन्वॉल्व है तो आपको समझ लीजिए इंटीरियर एंगल सप्लीमेंट्री होगा तो ये लाइन पैरेलल है अगर कभी कभी आपको दिख रहा है ऑल्टर्नेट एंगल्स इन्वॉल्व है अगर ऑल्टर्नेट एंगल्स कांग्रुएंट है तो लाइन पैरेलल होगा कभी कभी आपको करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स का इन्वॉल्वमेंट दिखेगा तो करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स को कांग्रुएंट दिखाएंगे तो लाइन पैरेलल ये आपके ऊपर है आप समझ सकते हो क्वेश्चन देखिए ओके स्टूडेंट नाउ आई स्टार्ट विद द क्वेश्चन बेस्ड on it. I'm going to start with a question based on it. Okay, children? Question number 3. Practice set 2.2. Question number 3. It says that if a line is perpendicular to one of the two parallel lines, then it is perpendicular to the other also. But let's prove that if a line is perpendicular to one of the two parallel lines, then it is perpendicular to the other also. So very simple. when a question is given in this form, I said question in this form, I call it as a rider. Question is given in a rider form. So three things you have to do, four things you have to do. You have to draw the picture for it, you have to write given, you have to write prove that, and you have to write a proof. So this given, children, or the picture, how we come to know? I said, children, always the antecedent helps you to draw the picture. एंटीसीडेंट किसको बोलते बेटा? कितना बार समझाया है, एक के बाद जो है एंटीसीडेंट है। इधर इधर ये सम में मैंने रेड से अंडरलाइन किया है, वो एंटीसीडेंट है। व्हाट इज दैट? अ लाइन इज परपेंडिकुलर टू वन ऑफ द टू पैरेलल, लाइन इज परपेंडिकुलर टू वन ऑफ द टू पैरेलल, लाइन इज परपेंडिकुलर टू वन ऑफ द टू पैरेलल। तो पहला मुझे दो पैरेलल लाइन ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा बेटा, पहला मुझे दो पैरेलल लाइन ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा। So I'll draw two parallel lines. Are you getting here? Can you see here? I draw these two parallel lines. Then I have to say a line is perpendicular to one of the two parallel lines. Matlab, suppose this line, since the usual way of single letter naming, I name it as two letter name. Line AB. Chalega. Line CD. Got it? And please observe, a line is perpendicular to one of the two parallels. This is the line, it goes on extending, okay? And this line is perpendicular to one of the two parallel lines. Suppose this is P, okay? Q, R, S. I call this as the line PR, PS. Line PS intersects AB and CD at points Q and R. And this line is perpendicular to one of the parallels. Perpendicular means 90 degree, makes an angle of 90 degree, one of the parallels. You have to prove it is perpendicular to the other. So I can write given now. So simple, children. You can see here what is given. Line AB, a two letter name I'm going to write, line AB, parallel line CD. Okay? And this line PS is perpendicular to line AB at point Q. You can see here. And you have to prove consequent. Then it is perpendicular to the other also. PS is perpendicular to other line, other parallel. This is other parallel line. This is, please have a look here. Line AB. Okay, this was line AB. One of the parallel lines is said line AB, I think. Okay, and now I have to prove it is perpendicular to the other also. So line PS perpendicular line CD. Now children, concentrate, you'll understand it in no time. And please follow my methods only. Alright? You can understand better, children. Please have a look at Socho, the last line. एक मिनट ना, पहला आपने second chapter में सीखे हो, when the angle formed at the point of intersection of two lines is 90 degrees. When the angle formed at the point of intersection of two lines is 90 degrees, then the two lines are perpendicular. If the angle formed at the point of intersection of two lines is 90 degrees, then the lines are perpendicular. मतलब अगर ये लास्ट लाइन प्रूफ का लाइन पीएस परपेंडिकुलर लाइन पीएस इज द लास्ट लाइन, ये आनी चाहिए लाइन पीएस परपेंडिकुलर लाइन सीडी बराबर. So second last line, what I should get? The angle formed at the point of intersection of the two lines. ARD. देखो QRD. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll run that QRD. Can you see this angle QRD, children? This angle QRD. If you can show QRD equal 90 degrees, then you can tell this answer, PS perpendicular CD. But if QRD, you can see this is your QRD. QRD 90 कैसा मिलेगा? It's so easy, children. Given information as a hint. Line AB parallel line CD. Okay? Line AB parallel line CD. Line AB parallel line CD is given to us. Line AB parallel line CD is given to us. Okay, I'm so sorry, children. This sum I think I've done it before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's like a revision. Okay, line AB parallel line CD is given to us. So do we agree on transversal PS? On transversal PS, angle PQB is equal to angle QRD, I'll say, by, children number one, by corresponding angle test. We have done it. Corresponding angles theorem. Corresponding angles theorem. There is nothing to get confused. When the lines are parallel, we use this theorem. You got it? Therefore, but angle preceding equal 90 degrees is given to me. Figure number 2 given to us. Am I right? Therefore, angle QRD is 90. I can give the reason as from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Therefore, PS perpendicular C. Children, this sum has been done by me. Okay, I just wasted my time, your time, but doesn't matter, it becomes a revision. Okay, practice at 2.2. Y equals 71, x equals 71 degrees, y equals 108 degrees. Are the lines MN and parallel? Justify. Are the lines MN and parallel? Justify. Okay, so what you see is children, such a simple one. You can see here what I do. Children, just have a look here. What I do is, this angle X, I rewrite, angle X is how much, children? Angle X is given as 71 degrees. Angle Y is given as how much, children? 108 degrees. But when you look at both these angles in the picture, those are the interior angles. Now, interior angles are given. Now, we are saying, find out whether the lines are parallel. If interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel, children. So I'll add this interior angles and see, children, angle X plus angle Y. Add interior angles to children, kitna milega? 71 degrees plus 108 degrees. Now, to get children, it is 179 degrees. Therefore, what is saw? Therefore, the interior angles are not supplementary. Interior angles are not supplementary. Are not supplementary. Interior angles are not supplementary. The interior angles are not supplementary. You can see the lines are not parallel. Therefore, line M is not parallel to line N. I hope everybody understood this sum. Okay, so simple it was. Okay, we go to the next question. Question number 2 of this exercise. Okay, question number 2 of this. Another simple question, children. This question number 2, very easy question to improve your concept. See what is given. Angle A and angle B are congruent. Now this angle A or angle B, I cannot call them. I cannot tell what pair of angles are they. You can see here, children, I cannot tell them what pair of angles they are right now. Okay. Now A and B are congruent. Both these angles are congruent. You want to prove this line L parallel line M. This is line L. This is line L. Okay, you want to put this line L is parallel to line M. This line L is parallel to line M. But when you look at it, line L parallel line M को दिखाने के लिए, since congruent है ना, congruent के साथ हमारे पास दो टेस्ट है, एक corresponding angle test है, एक alternate angle test है. अगर corresponding angles congruent है, lines parallel या alternate angles congruent है, तो lines parallel. इधर आसान होगा corresponding angle introduce करने के लिए. जैसे B का एक angle X I can introduce. ये introduce कर रहा हूँ बेटा. ये नहीं दिया लेकिन मैं introduce कर रहा हूँ X. तो मेरे proof में भी मैं I will write down that this let X represent proof में. Okay, you can see here. Let X represent the angle forming forming and corresponding parallel angle B. Let X represent the angle forming the corresponding pair with angle B. Now you can see here, children. Let X represent the angle forming a corresponding pair with angle B. But X and B congruent है मालूम नहीं है. तो आप देख सकते हो this X congruent to B कैसा आएगा. So look at X किसका सब congruent है. X congruent to B मांगता है लेकिन X किसका सब congruent है. अरे आराम से बोल सकते हैं X is congruent to A, children, because vertically opposite angles are always congruent. But अब भी देखो बेटा vertical opposite angles. The moment you wrote this X congruent to A, look at A. What is A congruent to? But A is common to B. E is given children. So आपको इधर ट्रांसिटिव दिखता है. Same x is common to A. Same x is common to A. The same A is common to B. So can I say therefore x common B? X common B from 1 and 2. A. Do they agree? Corresponding angles are common. You got for the line. Therefore corresponding angles are common. Corresponding angles are congruent. The corresponding angles are congruent, beta. I can always say the lines are therefore line L parallel line M by corresponding angle test. By corresponding angle test. A very simple sum, children, but a good one. Okay. Now we go to the next sum, children. That is question number 3. See, very easy sum, beta. Question number 3. Line L is like they are given about angle. Angle A is congruent to angle B. Can you see this angle A, children? This angle A is congruent to angle B. Both these angles are congruent. It's the same way they are saying angle X is congruent to angle Y. And they want L parallel M. This line L parallel line. The first line parallel to the third line. L parallel M. So I told you, children, sometimes they say geometry is the most easiest subject. Why? The given information is a bigger thing, children. If you have concepts and you understand the given information, the sum is solved by you. Very easy. देखो कितना easy है. ये जो angle A है और B congruent है. Angle A or angle B congruent है. Pile given information. That purpose we write that. It doesn't mean that always we should write given information first. Okay. But here in this sum, angle A congruent angle B given. तो आप इसे क्या समझते हो? अरे you only understand. अरे corresponding angles are congruent. Corresponding angles for lines M and for lines L and M are congruent. I just interpret the meaning of it. If in words I said, okay, angle A congruent angle B. Therefore, corresponding angles for line L and line M are congruent. So can I say, therefore, line L parallel line M, figure number 1 by corresponding angle test. By corresponding angle. But the average of the answer here, and somewhat it looks L parallel. L parallel N mangte, then L parallel M magya. So I not got an answer. It is one more given information, children. Just have a look at it. What is that? X congruent Y, angle X, congruent angle Y. Try to understand this, children. Angle X congruent angle Y. Hey, don't agree. These are angles in a Z formation. So they alternate angles. So what are you seeing is, therefore, alternate angles for lines M and N are congruent. Therefore, line M parallel line N by corresponding angle test. By corresponding angle test. Now you can check it here, children. L is parallel to M, and the same M is parallel to N. L is parallel to M, M is parallel to N. So I can say line L is parallel to line M from 1 and 2, and I think line L parallel line M. Same line M is parallel to line M. Therefore, line L is parallel to line N. I hope people understood me here. Transitivity. देखो बेटा, same M है. L is parallel to M, same M is parallel to N. L is parallel to M, same M is parallel to N. So L is parallel to N. Okay. Very simple question, children. I hope everybody has understood it. Okay. Now we do it in my next lecture, the other sum.